Chapter 4, Lesson 5, we're going to be converting measurements. This is the chart that we're going to be using to convert large units to small units and small units to large units. This problem says each relationship in the table can be written as a ratio. For example, you know that 1 yard equals 3 feet. You can use the ratio 3 feet over 1 yard to convert from yards to feet. Now this is only true when we are changing large units to smaller units. So we want to convert 20 feet to inches. So we look at our chart and we can see that 1 foot equals 12 inches. So we want to convert this. So we're going to write this as 12 inches over 1 foot. This is an improper fraction, but it is a ratio. And this is what we're going to use to determine from feet to inches. So it's easy to just go 20 times 12, but they need to know how to put it as a ratio, because when they change it and go from a smaller unit to a larger unit, this is not going to work. So we have 20 times 12 over 1. So again, we're going to put our whole number over 1 and times this by 12 over 1. And then 20 times 12 is 240 over 1. And then 240 divided by 1 is just going to be 240. And that is how we get 240 inches. Now when we go from smaller units to larger units, it says here, remember that ratios 1 yard and 3 feet equals 3 feet and 3 feet equals 1 yard are equivalent. To convert from smaller units to larger units, choose the ratio that allows you to divide out the common units. So now we're going to have our ratio look like a regular proper fraction instead of an improper fraction like we did before. So this is going to allow us to divide to make it smaller. And that's why here it says do not do it that way. So 12, again put over 1, times 1 over 3, which equals 12 over 3, which we divide. 12 divided by 3 is 4. Here's another example. Convert 15 quarts to gallons. So I look at my chart and I'm going from quarts to gallons. So I'm going from small to big, which is why this is going to be 1/4. 1 gallon is equal to 4 quarts. So I have here 1/4. So I have 15 times 1/4. Again, you're going to put 15 over 1 times 1/4 and get 15 over 4. 4 into 15 goes 3 times, which is 12, and 15 minus 12 is 3/4. Here they wrote it as a decimal because 3/4 is the same as 0.75. So it's important that they use this chart. So when you're going from large to small, if I'm going from feet to inches, I'm going to write my ratio as 12 feet equals 1 inch. If I am going from feet to miles, I'm going from small to big, then I'm going to write my ratio or my fraction as a regular fraction. So feet to inches, large to small, I'm going to write my ratio as an improper fraction. If I'm going from small to large, I'm going to write my fraction as a regular proper fraction. So they need to see what they're converting to. from feet to yards. So I'm looking right over here. And nothing equals feet. I don't have feet to yards here. So I'm going from small to big. I'm going from feet to yards, which means I'm going to write my fraction as 1/3 because I'm going from small to big. So this is going to be 18 over 1 times 1/3, which is going to be 18 over 3, and 3 goes into 18 6 times. So my answer is 6 yards. Number 2 says 2 pounds equals how many ounces? So I look at my chart, I look at weight, and I see here pounds to ounces. So I'm going from large to small. So my ratio, my fraction, is going to be written as 16 over 1 because I'm going from large to small. So I'm going to have 2 pounds over 1 times 16 over 1 because there's 16 ounces in 1 pound. I multiply that across and I get 32 over 1, and 32 divided by 1 is just going to be 32. So they really need to use that chart to make sure and see if they're going from left to right, from large to small, or from right to left, small to big. Hopefully this helps, and we'll see you soon.